In this video assignment, I'm going to use 4 interventions from Motivational Interview to work with my client. The skills I'm going to use are paraphrase or summarize, reflective listening, use open-ended question, and affirmations. This is truly a case scenario for my homework only. It's not meant for professional use. My fictitious client is Homer Simpson. Mr. Simpson is at the contemplation stage of change. He's referred by his employer to get an assessment due to concern about his drinking. In the last 2 months, he was caught falling asleep at work 3 times. He showed up to work smelling like alcohol 2 times in the last 6 months. Mr. Simpson is employed at the Springfield Power Plant as a nuclear safety inspector. He is ambivalent about his drinking. He feels that drinking 4 to 5 beers each night to wind down is not a problem, but his work feels that it's becoming a risk for them since he has shown up to work smelling like alcohol and had fallen asleep at work. The number 1 intervention is summarized, so I probably say something like this. Mr. Simpson, what I heard you said is that you have been drinking for 20 years. You used to drink 1 to 2 beers a night to wind down. In the last 2 years, you have been drinking 4 to 5 beers each night. And on most Friday and Saturday night, when you hang out with your friends, you said you probably drank more than the 4 to 5 beers. Am I hearing you correctly? Next, I have some open-ended questions that I would like to use to explore his ambivalence. So I will probably ask something like, how do you feel about your job referring you to be assessed for your drinking? And I'll probably say, tell me, what do you think can happen if you continue drinking and show up at work smelling like alcohol? The other open-ended question I will ask too is, if you had to choose only one, would you rather lose your job or quit drinking? An example of reflective listening that I would probably say something like, you seem to be saying that your job is very important to you. It is your livelihood, that if you have to, that you will stop drinking. Is that what I'm hearing? Or I'll say like, it sounds like you care very much about your job, so losing your job is not an option. Are you willing to stop drinking? And some affirmation that I use would be like, that you are a successful and a well-loved man by your family, that you have been a great family provider, you have some great friends to hang out with, you held a respectful position at your job, that you were able to stop smoking marijuana before. So this is something that you can also explore and maybe use the same kind of skills and techniques that you have with the marijuana. So these are the techniques from Motivational Interview that I will use.